Another reason why meditation is because it came to me and helped me transform my life when I was suffering chronic depression and had really no other vehicles. I kind of felt displaced from my religion. I grew up a Christian missionary, and I didn't have the technology to advance my discipleship with God, to advance my relationship with God. Meditation gives us a chamber to be with ourselves, to understand more the meaning of life, gives us time and space to work out the mental clutter that we collect in life and interpret what's us and what stuff we've just picked up from the environment. The benefits that come from doing that are tangible and dramatic in physical, mental, and spiritual ways. So the things you've heard about meditation, relaxed mind, calm nerves and calm body, the spiritual benefits, peace, joy, patience, these things are all true. You might not get it all in the first try, but just like martial arts, the more you put the reps in, the better you get, the more experience you build, and the more benefits compound from that. Remember, this is about daily practice, so make a spiritual commitment to yourself, whatever your spiritual beliefs. Make a commitment to your highest ideal. Make a commitment to God or the universe, Divine Mother, whatever you believe is the highest form of source you can connect to, that you are going to transform in this experience. Your intention will give direction to your attention and to your decisions. So make intention right now that you have spiritual commitment to this, that you will practice every day, that you will make it to the end, and I guarantee that you will receive those benefits. I appreciate you. I'm Anthony Polanco, and I will see you in the next video.